Good afternoon. I'm here for you, the subscribers that are looking for a deeper understanding in what's going on in the world of prophecy. And I am searching the scriptures as well. My name is Jennifer. If you're new here, if you're a new believer, remember, take this in small bites because there's a lot to learn and I don't want to overwhelm you with information. So, I said this before, there's hope. I do believe as we go through this process, as we go from a new believer into a mature believer, we learn as we go. I have learned this firsthand. I have made mistakes. I backslidden. I came back and I went through a lot of stuff. So, coming into a more mature understanding of the word, I've come to realize how important our relationship with the Lord is. And I even will say this, I've abandoned a lot of unbelieving family members to the point where I do not listen to what they say. I've argued, I've debated, I just stopped doing that altogether. I don't try to change their mind, I don't try to convince them anymore. It is, put it this way, um, it's like trying to throw the Bible at them, and it does not work. So that's my short testimony. If they're meant to believe, God will bring them to the Bible and they'll come to me at some point, if, or somebody. I had this argument with a cousin about does he love Jesus? And he says, oh, that's 2,000 years ago. That's not today. That doesn't pertain today. And I don't even like even getting into this debate. But what is relevant today is everything is laid out in the Bible that is happening right now. It was laid out in the Bible 2,000 years ago, what's happening now. And as you can see, what's going on in the SDG meetings as a result is the prophecy of Daniel 9:27, the covenant of many. And then King Solomon going to Israel, meeting with the Palestinian leaders, is all just a part of this big deal that they're making. I would go further and say this, that Qatar and other Muslim nations are joining in this peace deal. So this is really solidifying this peace deal with Israel. Wow. So we got a huge endeavor ahead watching this come to pass. Daniel 9:27, I said this in a few videos ago. We're just waiting to see what happens. We're watching the soon return of the Lord. I literally feel like last night as I rolled up my blanket because it was so cold that I felt like, wow, we could really be going home soon, any moment. And I've said it before. I said, yeah, we're going home. We're going home. Soon, soon, soon. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. But never did I feel like I was in this warm embrace. And I felt this warmth that we are really going home. So, what is home going to be like when we go to be with Jesus? I imagine that we're going to select, or it's going to be selected for us, what kind of home we're going to have. Is it going to look like this? I don't think it's going to look anything like that. It's going to be so pristine that Jesus selects exactly how the architecture is going to look like. It's probably not going to be anything like what we think. Okay, heaven is gemstones and emeralds and amethysts and topaz and all these beautiful jewels made out of stone. And the amazing description it has in the Bible, I imagine that our walls will probably be of some kind of crystal or some type of stone. I mean, we can't even really fathom what it would be really like to be in the quote mansion that is promised by the Lord. But what the greatest promise is to be in his midst, in the midst of Jesus, to hug him, to love him, to be in his presence. How do you spend that kind of time with the Lord when there's millions and millions of people wanting to spend time with the Lord? I have so many questions, and I'm sure you do too, about how we're going to spend time with the Lord when he has millions and millions of people wanting his undivided attention. So, what is heaven really like is the topic here. So, heaven could be a lot of rainbows, I'm sure. I mean, to be quite honest, with all those gemstones, there's probably going to be a light. The light of Jesus is going to probably beam off the stones itself. I mean, I could imagine. I have coffee, by the way. I figured I'd sit here and talk about Jesus for a while, if you don't mind. I just need to relax. Jesus is so surreal. And as I get to know the Lord better, the more I feel his protection. And another thing is, he's going to come and sup with all of us at some point. So we'll have an intimate relationship with the Lord. We will go, and he said he will knock on the door and sup with us. So we're going to have dinner with him. Not only the marriage of the Lamb, but we're going to sup with him in an intimate setting. Do I need to say any more? I mean, this is going to be our transformation is going to be so profound that I wonder if some of us even imagine, what would you think? What kind of transformation do you think you're going to take on when you go from corruptible to incorruptible? Do you think you're going to have long hair, short hair? Uh, some of you have dentures. Do you think you have your teeth back? Perfect eyesight. You know, some of us have glasses. Will you have blonde hair when you have brunette? I mean, what do you think the transformation would look like? These are the kind of questions I'm asking, what it's going to look like when we're transformed from corruptible to incorruptible. I mean, we're going to physically change, but our physical features are going to change too. So I don't know what that looks like. I'm curious. And if you want to mention any of this in the comment section, please do. What will heaven be like? What will our transformation become? What will become of us? So I'm going to end it here, waiting for your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. What will heaven be like? Cheers.